me just say that, meeting the tenant that I take care of has made the biggest difference in my life. And it was a chance meeting, and she needed help with her voicemail when I was helping the landscaper, who's spoiled rotten, I won't even get into all the crap that that he stopped, giving me jobs anyway. That's beside the point. She's been more of a positive influence in my life than anyone in my family whatsoever my entire life. And I've only known her for about a year and a half now. Every time I leave, she says something positive. She says something uplifting. And her brother cares about her quite a bit. And it's just really sad that all those people in Dover, especially my family, especially, could not even do what she's done for me, which is say anything nice, be uplifting in any way, and yet they claim to be Christian people. Now, that's what baffles my mind. I know I've learned that the three sisters, my mom, my sister, my aunts, they were all spoiled rotten as kids because they didn't have a father figure in their life. So now, since they didn't get any punishment as kids, my sister, she didn't get any punishment either, so she always played the victim. So now she's the spoiled rotten one. And she's also, continuing this intergenerational trauma that's just continuing on and being passed down from generation, because who is she around most now that she lives with my mother and my father? My sister. And and even my daughter's making up incidents that didn't happen, that my ex-wife, I can't believe, it's just all these different things that people could have said, at the time. They wait until way after the fact to bring it up. And then when my daughter moves out of her apartment, then she's suddenly mad at me, when previously she was mad at her stepsister or whatever, who knows. But regardless, this is what rumors, gossip, and people do in Arkansas, I guess, for fun. It's just spread, nothing but hateful things about people they don't know, because my family doesn't know me. The tenant that I help take care of does know me a lot better than my family, and I've only known her for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And that's, I just don't know what to say about how shitty or how horrible my family is. Literally horrible. My dad could not say a nice thing to somebody else or his own family if his life depended on it, basically. All he cared about was sports, social status, just like my grandmother, social status. She can't even remember how her girls were when they were growing up. I mean, my sister even missed my nephew's obvious symptoms that he had of hyperactivity because of her opiate addiction that she's had for so many years, and they think they are somehow better fit to run the family business that my grandmother, never even took part in, but they're accountants that can't even answer tax questions. I mean, they're useless. They're literally useless narcissists. My father has turned my mother into a narcissist. That's common, and they're the most common, ordinary person on earth right now for one major reason. The people that we look up to, or most people look up to, that's who they, emulate, basically. So that's